What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Sadiq, and this is my dad.
So,
We're here today to talk about Stan Lee. Now, a lot of people may know Stan Lee, and a lot of us should, because he's the man that created this huge genre that a lot of people love. It's called Marvel. It's like everybody loves it. I don't know anybody that doesn't like
Marvel Comics, right?
Marvel Comics is what he started. He was the guy that made all the comics. He didn't direct the movies, but he was all the ideas, all his. He wrote down mostly all the scripts, all that stuff. Stan Lee's the main guy. Now to go off to some questions, but before that, I'm gonna ask my dad. What are your in chronological order? What are your three favorite movies made by Stan Lee and Marvel Comics?
You guys are, you and your brother are much more better at this, but I personally like Iron Man. I also like, I really like Spider-Man, but my all-time favorite.
That has to be Black.
Well, Black Panther is great, but Black Panther just recently happened, right? My best, I think that I grew up on was X-Men. I was.
It wasn't really Marvel, was it?
Well,
It was more Stan Lee kind of.
Still, he
like
co-created those.
Like the Fantastic Four.
But isn't that still?
It was
Marvel?
his idea, but all
the comics from X-Men, or isn't that Marvel?
No, I think so. But X-Men and Marvel are kind of like two different things.
Wow.
But they kind of are all together because these are all his ideas. It just goes. Marvel is his main go-to.
Anyways,
but one thing my dad only realized last night whilst we were watching Guardians of the Galaxy, he realized Stan Lee was in the movie.
Yeah, I never knew that he was in all the movies. It was you that told me that he was be in all of the movies.
Every single one. Black Panther, Casino Night, Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man. I think it was the first or second one. And he's the librarian dancing while Spider-Man saves his life by putting a table in front so the lizard doesn't kill him. Stuff like that. He was in everyone.
So this man here, he passed away on the 12th, I think, right?
Yeah, November 12th.
November 12th.
Just out of old age. He was like 95.
Yeah, he led a pretty good life, man. Like when he passed away at the age of 95, that's a pretty good,
It's a good run.
He had a good run, yes. We can't say he hasn't. But more than that, I think he's a hero to a lot of people. I think a lot of people actually look up to Stan Lee, and he did what he did the best. I think he was really good at what he did.
Amazing.
And his movies now more than ever, I think, are bigger than they've ever been because of all the technology we have, right?
Yeah, Black Panther got to like second best movie ever. Or it was Avatar with someone up
Yeah, I think it was Avatar.
Killing it up there, and then it was like right behind it. So that's saying something. In Black Panther, it was like in the first month it was released. I watched. When did we watch it? Like the first week it came out.
Actually, we went to the premiere the week before for a showing.
Yeah, we did.
So he's very. Anyways, Black Panther was amazing, obviously. But this guy, like, I'm just now getting to know him, to be very honest with you. I didn't know who he was, but I'm not a big comic fan.
He likes Marvel and all, but...
I like it because of you guys, though. I don't...
I have an Avengers shirt.
Yeah, you go.
Like
but I've never really gotten into comics and things like that. But yeah, just reading up on him since last week, when he passed away, I see this guy really put in a lot of work. And a lot of people are going to be remembering this man as an icon. Sort of like Disney, right? Like Walt Disney did that same thing.
He worked hard.
He just started a whole new thing, right? He started a whole new thing.
Stan Lee, he created these comics where out of like this world, everybody wanted that one thing. And my teacher told me the other day that there was an interview that he went to at the age of 93. People were asking him all these questions, and he was astonished that people still read my comics, and they still watch my movies and stuff.
Who?
Stan Lee.
I think he knew.
Yeah, he knew, but he was just so, like...
Well, that's what happens, right?
It was crazy that people were actually reading his vintage comics.
Well, you know how much some of those things are worth, man?
Oh, yeah.
Like, some of those things are worth a lot of money. Like, I don't know, like, let's see how much. How much are vintage
Barbie's worth?
Marvel comics worth? So let's see, just to get an idea, right? Like,
wow.
let's see.
Original Iron Man is not. That's not.
Yeah, that's like 319. I'm sure there's some that are even more than that.
Thousands probably.
Yeah, like see, like this one. This one goes up to 11,000.
Is that Superman?
Which one is it? Adventure Comics, like new.
Oh,
like,
it's a DC comic. We don't want that.
This is.
These are all Superman stuff. This is not a real guy, but you kind of get the idea. His thing is huge. We all love him.
So yeah, so I mean.
Funny guy too. Funny guy.
But I think everybody's gonna remember him.
Nobody's gonna care.
I think his work is gonna speak for itself.
I don't know. Will Marvel keep going?
Of course, why not? Well, Disney's still on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
It's like he created a genre, so which means that I don't think he was doing all of these movies. I think he had a whole lot of people.
whole like the Russo brothers. Those are his directors. Like for
okay.
every movie.
Okay, no, I didn't know that. But he's basically has started something that's gonna keep going, and it's not gonna end.
Yeah, it can't really end. I don't think there's ever gonna be a finished Marvel. There can't be, because it just like oh man, I can't wait for Avengers 4 or whatever they're gonna call it. Thanos will return at the end scene. Thanos will return. Oh man.
That's pretty good though, because
R.I.P. Black Panther though, he died on that one. He didn't die, but I think he went to.
Well, you don't want to do spoiler alerts, man. Like you gotta chill out.
Yo, it's almost 2019. You've probably seen it, and it's on Netflix.
How long? That's a good question.
Oh, no,
How long did you wait for people to see something big like Black Panther or some big movie before you start?
It was so funny.
Spoiling it for them. Like how long do you have to wait? How long do you think you have to wait?
Marvel movies?
Yeah, for a Marvel movie, how long do you have to wait until spoiler alerts are no longer valid? Because people should have seen it by now.
A year.
1 year? That's a cutoff?
Yeah.
That's interesting. But anyways, this is...
It was funny with Black Panther. There was 1 week Mom bought like the Black Panther DVD because she wanted to watch it again. She pops it in the whatever, and we watch it. And that same week on the weekend, Black Panther comes on Netflix. I was like, hey Mom, Black Panther's on Netflix. She's like, wow.
Yeah, it was a bit of a funny stuff. So anyways, basically this is dedicated to Stan Lee.
Yep.
So we want to basically say thank you, Stan Lee. He did a great job. He really put his stamp on this.
Iron Man.
Yeah, and rest in peace, Stan Lee. And yeah, I think his work is gonna speak for itself. What do you think?
Yeah. There can't be a time where we're not gonna remember Stan Lee, because every single, and the sad thing is, in Marvel movies, they probably may have filmed the other ones, but I don't think for a couple of ones there are gonna be no Stan Lee scenes. And those probably...
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Do you think in the upcoming Marvel movies they're still gonna find a way to put Stan Lee in
no, but a lot of movie companies, they always do the final scene for the first thing in case an accident happens. So Marvel may have a similar idea where they do all these Stan Lee scenes in the movies.
You think so? That would be a very interesting...
And if you see him, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, if you see him, we'll come back and we'll tell you guys about it. And
Fantastic Four.
We'll let you know.
Is that a Marvel? That's not a Marvel movie.
But anyways, I think like a whole bunch of fans flock to Stan Lee's star on Hollywood.
Yeah, everybody has the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, the star on the Walk of Fame, and they put like pictures and notes and stuff like that on his star. So that tells you whenever you have people like really liking your work, that means you put in a lot of work. So this guy's been working for a long time on this, and yeah, I'm glad to get to know him. I didn't know about this guy. You told me about him, but now I know. So I think it's pretty good work that he did. So you want to sign off?
Yeah. All right. Let's. That's about it for our first ever vlog or episode. Hope you guys like. Comment down below any thoughts or any nice notes for Stan Lee.
Or what would you like us to talk about as well?
For our next video, yes.
Yeah, give us ideas of what you would like us to talk about. But anyways, this is Khan.
Sadiq.
Signing off.
New Nomad Jr.